Shalom, shalom. So today is June 11th on the Gregorian calendar, which is month 3, day 24 on our priestly Zadokite calendar. We like to call it the creation calendar because that is basically what we follow, is the cues from creation to set our days. Time to start looking for the summer solstice. We still have about a week before it's the end of the month of this priestly month. So we wanted to just get our baselines set so we know how the sun is moving and when the solstice will happen. So what we're watching right now is this shadow right here. And it's going to keep creeping up until the solstice happens, and then it'll return and start coming down. And that other shadow we'll be watching is this one. So we have marked them. Now I marked this yesterday. I was out here and I was marking. And so today I've marked, and we can see that it's still growing. So over here on the table we have the pointer. I was over here at midday. So this is our midday yesterday and our mark. And so it's still up a little higher than the day before. Another shadow we're going to measure this season for the solstice is the light pole that I've put up. This is where the stovepipe used to be, and I really enjoyed having the stovepipe because I could see the growing and the shrinking of the shadows quite easily. So I've marked it for midday today. I need to get some flags, but there's my sticks, and it's still growing. But I just wanted to talk about the armillary for a moment, because if you are using an armillary to start measuring, so it's time to get it out and get it set up if you haven't done so already. So you want to just make sure that you're on a level surface. We can see that I have leveled my surface out, and I've clamped my armillary to this level surface. But before clamping it, I needed to align it to the celestial north. Now that's not your magnetic north, that's the celestial north. And a couple ways of doing that. First off, you could either be out in the dark and align it with the North Star, or what we like to do is at your celestial midday. Now that's not noon, that's midday. And you can Google for your latitude what your midday is. I have an app on my phone that tells me. So this shadow line, when it's down the middle, happens at our midday. And we can align our armillary, align that middle line, and that gives us our due north. So that's how we align to the north, is at our midday, and then we align the middle right up. And it's never failed us. It's always been right on due north. My latitude happens to be 38 degrees, 29 hours, and 17 minutes. So we just set it at 38.3. And that's how we get our angle. So you have to set your armillary to the latitude where you reside to get an accurate reading. And why is that? Because we live on a spherical planet. The Earth is not flat. If the Earth was flat, we wouldn't have to angle our armillaries to our latitudes. So you want to make sure everything is set so that you get accurate readings, that you're on a level surface and that you're angled to your latitude and you're facing the celestial north. Now another thing, when we're getting our readings for the seasons, when we're looking for the equinoxes, it's important to watch the shadows all day long, because when we're getting close to that flattened line, it is the very far reaches of the lights, the early mornings and the evening lights, the twilight lights, that where we will still see a bend. So at midday, we're going to have a straight line shadow for several days at midday. And so it's those evening and morning lights that we really need to watch when we're looking for the equinoxes. But on the solstices, we really just need to look at midday, because what we're looking for is this shadow to go up and back. So it's really an easy shadow to watch. You can mark it with a pole, do like we do on the table. And then I'm also going to use the corner of my house, so a bigger marker, a bigger shadow, to see how that moves. We did that last summer solstice, and we used the house. So different sizes, different ways of looking at the shadows and see what they all show us for the summer solstice. So we'll come out here another few days and check and see where the change is. We still, like I said, have about a week before we have the Enochian counted marker day. So Enoch tells us to count 91 days for each season. But then we have the celestial events of the actual solstices and equinoxes that happen after that 91st day count. And he tells us about that in his writings. So we're going to go for now. And now that we have a baseline set, and we can start watching them from day to day and watch how the shadows grow. And I just encourage everybody to find a pole, find the corner of your house, anywhere that casts a shadow, and just start marking it day from day and watch how it grows and then comes back. So until we meet again, I want to wish you shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.